to overtime. Dwayne Wade right at the body of Anderson Varejao. Welcome to your Kodak moment, Anderson Varejao.
Doncic pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Doncic wins the game at the buzzer!
Speaking of Jimmy Butler, let's go back to his most recent team, outside of the Heat, which is the Sixers. The Sixers, had their playoff run cut short when they were swept without Ben Simmons. And this roster is a mess. JJ Redick just, gave the quote on the All the Smoke podcast that was, they fucked up. They fucked up when they didn't re-sign me. And that's absolutely true. So when I see all these rumors about Buddy Hield getting traded to Philadelphia, I wonder a little bit, because they had a better Buddy Hield before. They had an older Buddy Hield, but it was a better Buddy Hield, and his name was JJ Redick. They had a player who was more willing to pass, significantly less capable defender, but at least tried harder. Buddy Hield has never tried on defense in his time in the NBA, and maybe even in his time at Oklahoma. I mean, sure, the Sixers have the talent to hide a defensive issue, but they had the talent to hide a defensive issue with JJ Redick, and they decided to go after Al Horford instead of him. Why? I don't know. I was someone who believed in the Al Horford signing, and even I said it was a high-risk, high-reward type of move. I thought having a shooting big alongside Ben Simmons that could even play alongside Joel Embiid would help both of them so much, and it did the opposite of that. So, do I think the Kings would have interest in some sort of Buddy Hield Al Horford swap? Not at all. I think you have to include at least 2 first-round picks for that, or you're going to have to throw in Matisse Thybulle, Zaire Smith, or some combination of the two of Matisse Thybulle, Zaire Smith, and Josh Richardson. And I keep seeing Sixers fans who are like, no, Thybulle is untouchable. I could do without him. I mean, look, Buddy Hield, there's a few teams that there's a lot of teams he would fit on. There's a few teams he would make better, like decidedly better. Because shooting, as important as it is, shooting without anything else to round out your game, not great. Not a huge addition. That's why JJ Redick's ability to shoot off of screens and shoot off the catch and, take one dribble pull-ups. That's why that was so huge. And you get something similar with Buddy Hield. You get a lot of catch and shoot threes, which why Luke Walton cut that out of his game is insane to me. But you get that, which is a huge step. The issue comes where you ask him where to slot in. Is Ben Simmons still the one? In that situation, all right, Ben Simmons is the one. Do you think Josh Richardson can play the 3? And then you move Al Horford to the bench, I guess, and you're just paying him tons of money? Or maybe you're giving away all your draft capital to get Buddy Hield. Is Buddy Hield really the player that sets this team over the top? I don't know. The Sixers, as I said last week, are one of the most confusing teams in the league because they're kind of screwed no matter what they do. Which is why we have to bring up Ben Simmons trades. Because we can bring up Embiid trades as well, but I mean, all we've heard is that Sixers management values Embiid significantly higher than Simmons. And that, Doc Rivers, the recent hiring, prefers Embiid to Simmons. I don't know how substantial it is, but Jordan Phillips had a report that the Sixers would look to trade Ben Simmons to the Timberwolves for the first pick and LaMelo Ball, who is essentially trading incredible, like all NBA defense for the willingness to shoot 3, not even the ability to shoot threes, because there have been some serious questions about LaMelo Ball's 3-point efficiency. And sure, he may be the game-changing passer as well, and he may be willing to take those shots, but willing to take those shots doesn't mean anything if he can't hit them. Can't even get close to hitting them. That's what we saw with Marcus Smart early in his career. Sure, he was willing to take them, he just would never make any of them. And that's a big deal. So, as the Timberwolves, yes, I would give you anything you need outside of Karl Anthony Towns or D'Angelo Russell for some sort of Ben Simmons trade based around the first overall pick. Yes. Take everything you want from me. As long as it's not like 5 first-round picks, I'm good. I'm happy. You want Jarrett Culver, the former 6th overall pick? Take him. Want the first overall pick and the 17th? All right. Well, for Stepien rule reasons, we need 21. But yeah, take it. You want Josh Okogie, a promising defender and someone who is a nightmare to guard in transition. Go for it. James Johnson, expiring contract. Sure. Get me Ben Simmons, and I am happy. And I think it does work. If LaMelo Ball can shoot, that trade works out for both teams. But that is a big question. And that's why I think the Sixers even addressing it would be asinine. It'd just be dumb. Because you don't trade an all-star for a question mark at the pick. 2 first-round picks, a lot of young players, and an expiring contract. That gets you a good player. That does not get you Ben Simmons. Not with his contract assuredness that you have him under control for the next 4 years. That's a lot, especially for a player of Ben Simmons' caliber. So the East keeps getting more interesting with the Heat and the Sixers